and welcome back to my channel. This week I thought you could join me for a little vlog on my evening routine with Haribo. So I have just arrived at the yard and I have a car full of stuff that needs emptying. Today I had to go and buy more feed, so I think we'll just start there. So let's get unpacking. So first up we have a big bag of the Graze On Ready Grass, and then we have a bag of the Equine conditioning mash, and we also got a bottle of the lavender slosh by Lemieux, and finally my Equine Exceed goodies that they kindly sent me. So for a while I've just been needing to organise my feed room a little bit better. I needed to top up my bins and just have a good sweep round and just generally a bit of organising. So that's what tonight ended up being. I don't think I've ever topped up my ready grass bin without just making a massive mess. It just always seems to go everywhere. And then this equerry is new, so I have been using pink mash, but Harry's just been a little bit fussy with it. He doesn't not like it, but he just doesn't, never seems like excited by it, and I just feel like there's probably something better out there. So we're gonna have a go with equerry and see how he finds that. So as I just said, I'm trying him on a new feed, so I'm just mixing that in. So normally he gets a full scoop of the pink mash, whereas today I'm giving him half a scoop of pink mash and half a scoop of the new Equine conditioning mash. Just to like gradually introduce it, just because horses' digestive systems can be quite sensitive and we don't want any kind of colic or upset. I also add a bit of oil to his diet just to help with his coat, and again just to add more condition. And I also give him Equine Exceed Gastro Extend, and that again just helps with any kind of stomach ulcers or stomach problems. I don't really think he has stomach ulcers, but I just feed all of my horses as if they might have ulcers and just err on the side of caution. So with these mashers, it says to soak for about 5 minutes, but I like to soak for as long as possible, so I tend to start the mashers soaking before I go and ride, and then I just add the grass later on before I feed him. And then it was time to go and muck out. So Harry is actually living out at the moment, but as we know, the weather has been crazy hot. So yesterday Harry stayed in, and I only come up once a day. My friend does the other side of the day, and so she turned him out at the end of the day, and I haven't yet mucked out. So before I ride, I need to quickly skip out my stable, and I'm not going to make up a new bed. I'm literally just going to clean it out and stack all the straw up in the banks, just to keep it tidy, easy to maintain, and also it does just let the stable dry out a little bit. And I do miss mucking out actually. I like mucking out, and I actually can't wait for him to come in again for winter because I just like the whole process. I feel like it's like a bit of me time, isn't it? You just get some time to like be on your own. There is a process, and I feel like it just gives me time to think, and it's like a little box ticking exercise as well, isn't it? When you finish, you've achieved something, organise your thoughts, and I just feel like I come away like a brand new person. So here I am, just loving life, getting my little stable ready. And this yard that I'm on is just so tidy, so I spend all of my time sweeping and trying to keep the place tidy, which suits me. I do like that. And then it was off to the field we go. Hi, Bo. Hey, handsome boy. Oh, hello.
You're a strange animal. Are you strange? Are you strange? Go on, Harry.
And we even managed to squeeze a little ride in. So at the moment, we are working mostly on our flat work. We have the ROR, the Racehorse to Riding Horse, National Championships at Dressage at Aintree. So we are doing the Novice 39, which is complicated. And to say that I went to the regionals, not really thinking about even being competitive, particularly in the prelim, to then go and qualify at novice level was a little bit of a surprise. So a little bit out of our comfort zone, and we are having to get our heads down and work on a lot. So at the moment, one of our main things that we're working on is Harry's contact. So we're trying to lift him. He needs to come off the forehand. He needs to come higher up into the contact and keep his poll at the highest point in his neck, which he is there. So he's not quite round enough, but his poll is up. Whereas Harry likes to dive down, get on the forehand and then curl. And you will see some of that because we're still working on it. We're definitely not polished. But here we go. You'll see me struggling to sit into this massive canter that Harry has. It's slow, but it covers so much ground. And there's this huge sweeping motion when you're like sat in the saddle. So I am trying to shorten his stride, but obviously we don't want to shut him down, so there's only so much I can do. And there you can see a little bit deep, and then struggling to get into canter. So again, he got a bit downhill and a bit on the forehand, and then I asked for the canter, he didn't get it. I ended up bouncing around, he lost his balance, and a bit of a fail. So something else that we're working on for the novice is walk to canter. And that was a messy transition. Again, the walk probably wasn't good enough quality. I asked for canter, and instead of popping into canter, he ran, and that was a good one. So that's what we're looking for. We need him up and in front of the contact in the walk, and then when we ask for the canter transition, it should be a nice, smooth, clean pop into canter without running or trotting. Bit of a run, but not too bad. And the downward transitions are just as important as the upwards. Good walk. And then a good transition. So that's the difference. We need a good uphill, bouncy walk. And then he's prepared and his weight's back and ready to push off from his hocks and into the canter. So yeah, we were happy with that one. If he does that at the nationals, I will be one very, very happy girl. But yeah, as I was saying, the downward transitions are just as important. So getting those nice uphill, pop into canter transitions. And then when we come down, it should be, you know, a nice smooth transition down. Not like running into trot, falling onto the forehand and then collapsing into a piling walk. We want him to be thinking about sitting up and sitting onto his hocks to slow himself down. And I have found that as I've started working on the walked canters, it has improved the canter itself. And then obviously everything that we do on one rein, we then do on the other rein. So on this rein, this is Harry's, I'd say weaker rein. So I'm watching it and I actually think he looks better than he feels. Nice little slow-mo. So what I was going to say is normally I would say on this rein, Harry just feels a bit stiffer and not crooked, but he's just quite straight. He doesn't give me as much lateral bend on this rein. But actually watching this, nice transition, he's actually more uphill. He's a bit longer in the neck, But yeah, I'm watching this and I think the canter actually looks more uphill. He's not curling around my leg, which obviously we do want some bend around the inside leg. But as my instructor often tells me, is I get a little bit too much bend, particularly on the right rein. And then yeah, left rein, he's looking straighter, which is good. And he actually looks more uphill. So although it doesn't feel quite as good, or what I consider good, maybe I curl him up too much, I don't know. Yeah, I often think he doesn't feel quite as good on this rein because he feels a bit straight and a bit wooden sometimes. I actually think he looks quite good on this rein now I'm watching. And I suppose that's why it's so important to video yourself and watch it back, because you surprise yourself and you learn more. You can feel one thing, but then you see another and it makes you ride better or ride differently. So maybe I won't be quite so hard on him going on this rein, and on the other rein I will try and ride straighter. Good boy. And then we did a little horsey photo shoot just with my new Equine Exceed saddle pad, and I've got my gilet on as well. And as you will also see, I have got my little Copa equestrian leggings on, which if you haven't seen already, check them out. And then after photo shoot and riding, it was time to go and finish making his dinner. So I'd already soaked his mash and then just needed to add the ready grass, give it a good mix, and then I collected him back from his stable with his feed and turned him back out again. And it was dinner time. Handsome boy.
Come on then.
And then before I left him alone in his field for the evening, I quickly cleaned out his water, filled it back up with new, gave him a cuddle, and then, yeah, headed off home. And there he is with his new girlfriend, Twiggy. And there we go. That is my evening routine complete. I've been about 3 hours. So I feel like I've been quite productive. I mean, it's not the most exciting evening. Not as much fun as the competing that we've been doing recently, but still, it is a day in the life of an equine, and I'm sure we can all relate. I have got all of my jobs done. I've done my field, I've done waters, I've cleaned my stable out, I've sorted my feed out, and I've even managed to squeeze a little riding, and well, the weather's dropped. So we're back, up and running again. I do hope you're enjoying this lovely sweaty hairstyle. Styled by myself, and yes, I do hope you've enjoyed, and if you did, please like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you next time.